Hi everybody, welcome to Anthro Events. My name's Charlotte and I'm the PR and Events Manager for Anthropologie. We are really excited today to have best-selling author Teresa Chung with us. Teresa is going to be answering questions on your dreams at the end. So if you have a question, just use the chat function to send her a message and she'll answer as much as she can. If you'd like to share anything from today, then we would love to hear from you. And you can tag us using @AnthropologieEU, #AnthroEvents. We hope you have fun. And now I'm going to pass you over to Teresa to get things started.
Hello, your time is precious and I'm so grateful you've chosen to spend it with me today. Thank you. I really hope what you learn here about dream decoding will empower you to understand both your dreams and your life better. Now, I've been writing best-selling books about dreams for decades. If you want to check me out, you can find out about me at www.teresachung.com. But in brief, I was born into a family of psychics and spiritualists. I read theology at Cambridge University and then embraced universal spirituality. And since then, I've written many, many books about angels, afterlife, but also about dreams. I've written a dream dictionary, which has gone all over the world. And during the lockdown, there's been unprecedented interest in my dream work from all sorts of media organizations, and I feel truly blessed. I also feel blessed and want to thank Anthropologie and Jyoti and Charlotte and Lawrence King and Fiona for organizing this amazing opportunity for me to share my passion for dream decoding with you. My passion to promote the healing power of dreams has been ignited further by the current unrest, pain and chaos in the world, which is undeniable right now. And it's been ignited because dreams illustrate our shared humanity. Whatever our belief, culture, age or appearance, we all dream. We have that in common. And focusing right now on what connects rather than separate us is so the only way forward. Before I decode some of the most common dreams for you, dreams you're likely to have at some point in your life, I'm first of all going to attempt to explain why we dream in the first place and how and why recalling and understanding your dreams can help heal, change, and yes, even save your life. Healing and changing lives for the better is something the world urgently needs to embrace right now. As I said, the chaos is unprecedented. And as a dream expert, it does not surprise me at all during these savage times that research is clearly showing people are dreaming more often and more vividly than ever before. I know that because I've had so much media interest in dreaming and so many people approaching me for expert opinion about lockdown dreams. And it's actually being dubbed the lockdown dream phenomenon. We are dreaming more vividly and more frequently than ever before during this crisis. Why? I believe there are several reasons for this, and I'm going to go through them. There's a scientific and logical, biological reason. There's the psychological, emotional reason. And then there's the spiritual, invisible reason. And I'm going to try and run through them all. As not only do they explain lockdown dreams, but they also explain why we dream at all. Okay, the logical, scientific reason we are having so many vivid and frequent dreams right now is because our sleep schedule has been interrupted. Or if we're on furlough or our work schedule has changed, we are having more sleep than usual. We're lying in. Now, both sleep disruption and longer sleep time increase the likelihood of having more REM. Now, that's rapid eye movement stage sleep. It's the stage of sleep where most, not all, but most of our dreaming happens. Also, our mornings have slowed down, especially if you're in lockdown and at home or working from home. And this is giving us much more opportunity to reflect on those beautiful images that come to us in the night. Well, sometimes they're not so beautiful, but I'll get into that in a minute. The psychological, emotional reasons we are dreaming more. What is that? I believe this is where the true power of dreaming lies, in that dreams are a way to help your brain process and make sense of emotions and events in your waking life. Now, with so many new things happening right now and so much emotion flying around, our dreaming mind has a whole lot of new material to process and help you make sense of. Hence, loads more vivid and highly emotional dreams. I've had people writing to me saying that for the first time in years, they are waking up crying because of what they've experienced in a dream. As I said, dreams reflect your emotional state. And in my dream writing, I talk about dreams being like an internal therapist and far cheaper than a real one. They are trying to help you find understanding and inner peace. You really have a wonderful inner resource, inner therapist within you that is untapped. And I've made it my life mission by writing book about how dreams save lives, to try to enlighten people about the therapeutic value of dreams. I firmly believe that not interpreting a dream is like receiving a handwritten letter written just for you by a therapist or a psychiatrist who knows you better than you know yourself and just not opening it or reading it. Another reason, and in my humble opinion, perhaps the most valuable reason we are dreaming more now, is that dreams connect us to the realm of the invisible and unseen, and the part of us that is indefinable, that is infinite possibility. Just think about it, everyone. Where does your mind go when you dream? In some cultures, it is thought that when we dream, our minds leave our physical bodies and enter the invisible spiritual realms, the place our spirit goes when we pass over, if you believe in an afterlife. But whether or not you believe in an afterlife or a spiritual dimension to life, dreaming challenges the notion that all there is to this life is the material, or what you can see, touch, and feel. When you are asleep, your brain is very active. It's independent of your conscious awareness, and it's conjuring up stunning scenarios and going places without your conscious direction. Now that sounds a lot like magic to me. So here's my take. To date, there are many theories from scientists, but nobody actually knows for sure why we dream. Dreams just happen, but they happen when we sleep. So to understand dreams, perhaps the place to start understanding why we dream is to understand why we sleep. But you know what? We don't even really know why we sleep. We don't actually sleep to rest, as most of us think, because sleep research shows that our bodies are very active sometimes in sleep, and our brains certainly are active when we dream. But we do know that sleep is essential for our survival. Studies on rats show that if it's deprived of sleep completely, death will occur in weeks. But you know, here's something truly fascinating. If deprived just of REM sleep, remember rapid eye movement sleep is where dreams happen, death is much swifter. So this raises the tantalizing possibility that the reason we sleep is to dream. In other words, dreaming is what is keeping us alive. We go to sleep because we urgently need to have a dream. I'm hoping this has changed your perspective about dreaming a little, and you are less likely to dismiss your dreams as random and irrelevant to your waking life. I hope it hasn't panicked you if you rarely dream or don't recall your dreams. Because let me reassure you, whether you recall your dreams or not, you are still dreaming. You just aren't remembering them. You dream countless times each night and have thousands and thousands of dreams over the course of your life. You are just simply not remembering your dreams. I'll give you some dream recall tips in a minute. I believe dream recall is physically, psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually healthy. I'm going to reference the Sonoy tribe here, an indigenous culture that places dream interpretation center stage in their culture. Children as young as 4 are encouraged every morning to discuss their dreams with the elders of the tribe. And the amazing thing about this tribe is that there is no incidence of depression or crime. Could the value they place on dreaming be the key? Children are also encouraged to face their fears in their dream. For example, if they have a dream of being chased by a tiger, they are told to return to that dream the following night and face that tiger. The thinking being that your dream has offered you a dress rehearsal of a terrifying scenario. So if you do face that scenario in waking life, you've been there before. That's a very interesting take on nightmares too, showing their value, their therapeutic value. They're not trying to scare you, they're trying to help you. So that's my approach to dreaming, and it's one in all my books and the Dream Decoder. Dreams are an opportunity for you to face and overcome any fears in a totally safe environment. It also allows you to role play in a totally safe environment that isn't going to offend anyone. It's also an opportunity to learn about yourself and expand your creativity and make stunning connections. Many great inventions and works of art and literature, as well as life-changing ideas, have been inspired by fragments or images in a dream. Dreams also remind us that there is so much more to this life than what meets the eye. And perhaps most important of all, they point to what unites rather than divides us as we all dream. So perhaps the lockdown dreams phenomenon is our unconscious sending us a powerful signal, urging us to focus on what connects us as human beings, our dreams, as well as the empathy, intuition, and compassion that inspires our dreams. So if you don't recall your dreams, you really are missing out on a goldmine of opportunity for personal growth. So here are my tips for dream recall and interpretation, and then I'm going to have some fun and talk you through some very common dream scenarios. My first tip: take your dreams seriously. They're not random. They're not just flights of fancy. They are not nonsense or irrelevant. As I explained, they have the potential to bring healing and to help change and empower your life. And I hope I've opened your mind to that potential. You see, the more seriously and positively you take your dreams, the more likely you are to have them, because dreams love it when you think about them, pay attention to them. Indeed, like anything in life, they respond to your attitude and to the amount of attention you give them. So if you wake up and have a dream and just don't even bother thinking about it, your dreaming mind is going to sulk. It won't repay you with more vivid memories of dreams. It wants your attention. Your dreaming mind is crying out for you to pay it attention. Now, the fact that you've signed in here today and are thinking about dreaming as I'm speaking is a powerful one. And I'm going to guess that you're going to have wonderful dreams tonight and recall them because of this, this webinar. My next tip is to put a notepad and a pen beside your bed before you go to sleep, a nightlight too. And then before you drift off to sleep, tell yourself you are looking forward to dreaming and it's going to be fun, and that you will remember your dreams when you wake up. Just set the intention to dream. Then, when you wake up, stay in the position that you wake up in. And there's a reason for that, because any physical movement pushes the gentle dreaming world of your unconscious aside because you're going into your conscious awareness. It helps also for dream recall to keep your eyes closed too, and to stay in the same position as I said you woke up, and just let your mind meander. Staying still is important because any kind of movement distracts dream recall. Then, as soon as those dream symbols and images start to filter through, reach for your notepad straight away and write them down. Please don't do this after you've gone to the bathroom or got dressed or had a glass of water. You will forget, as the more you cross over to the land of the waking, the more your dreams will fade and be forgotten. They just can't compete with the business of your day. As you write your dream images down, write down what you experienced in the present tense, not the past. The present tense makes it feel very current and relevant. And don't expect what you write down to make any sense at all. It won't. Just write it down. If you can't recall any symbols or the story of your dream, write down the feeling you have on waking. the emotion you woke up with. And we all have different emotions when we wake up, as that emotion will have been inspired by the theme of your dream. And writing down that emotion, be it fear, be it anger, be it joy, be it humor, be it laughter, may trigger memories of the dream. If nothing comes up at all, please don't beat yourself up, because stress is another reason for poor dream recall. Just write in your journal that you can't remember your dreams this morning, but hopefully tomorrow is another day. The fact that you are writing something down in a journal about your dreams, even if it's to say, I can't remember them, encourages your dreaming mind to emerge stronger the following night. Remember, your dreaming mind loves you to pay attention to it. And don't give up if this takes a while. Dream recall is a positive habit that can take several weeks to establish. But if you persist, keep thinking about dreams, keep hoping for them, keep writing in your journal, even if you have nothing to write, you will be rewarded by memories of dreams. Trust me, you will. Now the tricky but wonderful part, interpretation. It's best not to try and interpret your dreams first thing when you've written them down, as mornings are busy. So return to your dream journal later in the day, or whenever you feel more relaxed. You don't have to do it on the same day. You can do it a few days later because you've got the record there. You're probably thinking, why are my dreams so crazy? They just don't make sense. And the reason they don't make sense is that they are talking to you in a completely different language. You need to learn that language, just as you would if you went to another country and you wanted to talk to the people there. Dreams are like visiting another country. You're going to the land of your unconscious. And the language of your unconscious is the language of symbols. Symbols have a universal meaning. And my dream decoder and books explore those universal meanings to help kickstart your interpretation. But what they are missing, and indeed any dream interpretation book will be missing, is your personal association. Let me give you a quick example. If you dream of a dog and adore dogs, that suggests a theme of loyalty and companionship. But if you fear dogs for whatever reason, the theme of your dream will be one more of fear and aggression. So when you recall dream symbols, try the technique of association. The first thing you think of when an image appears, regardless of the universal symbolic interpretation. And I'm going to talk about another really exciting part of dream interpretation now, you. Every symbol of your dream is about you. You are dreaming you. The colors, the buildings, the emotions, the things, the scenery, it's all a glorious picture of you. The people in your dreams even represent not them, but the personality traits you need to integrate into your life or acknowledge in your life. For example, if you dream about having an affair with your boss, this doesn't mean you fancy your boss. It means that something about your boss's personality, perhaps his or her status or assertiveness, needs to be integrated into your personality. To fully understand this approach to dream decoding, your homework is to watch that movie Inception with the wonderful Leonardo DiCaprio. There's a brilliant moment in that movie when everyone stops and stares at the dreamer. Everything in the dream just looks at the dreamer when they enter the dream. And that's what your dream is. Every symbol is a mirror and a teacher reflecting something about you. I truly hope this speedy introduction to dream decoding, because there's so much more I could say, has at the very least got you excited about your dreams, and that perhaps the most thrilling part of your life actually starts when you put your head on your pillow. I really do hope that this webinar makes you all want to go to sleep afterwards. It truly is healthy to recall your dreams, and also healing and empowering to work with them. Every night when you go to bed, you have infinite possibility awaiting within you. And that's especially important right now in the lockdown when we're all quite confined. But when you dream, you can be or do anything. You can fly to the moon, the stars and beyond. You can meet departed loved ones in your dream. You can be or do anything. During the lockdown, we need that nighttime escape more than ever for cathartic reasons. Why limit yourself? Because trust me, when you are able to dream vividly and face and overcome your fears in your dreams, you will find that your waking life transforms. We do sleep to dream. That's my humble opinion anyway. Please keep recalling your dreams, because your dreams will help you cope better with what's going on in the world right now, the current uncertainty and crisis. During times of crisis, we often reach for deeper meaning to help us find the inner strength to pull us through. And decoding your dreams can help you find that deeper meaning and much needed hope, because, as I said, they are the entry point. Dreams are the entry point to understanding that there is more to this life than appearance, the material and stuff. There is an invisible, unseen world of feelings and thoughts, and that is the invisible world of infinite possibility, healing and creativity that you dive right into every night when you dream. I wish you all incredible dreams, and to help get you thinking along the right lines for decoding your dreams, I'm now going to interpret some of the most common dream symbols that appear. Dreams which research suggests you are going to have at some point in your life. And they are also the dreams that I know people are reporting having more frequently during the lockdown, because over the years I've been writing about dreams. I have an email, angeltalk710@aol.com. I have been always flooded with people asking for dream interpretations, but not right now I have been flooded by requests for dream interpretation as never before. And the ones that I can answer, I'm noticing these common themes. And before I do that, just one more thing. If you find yourself waking in the early hours of the morning, say between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., try not to stress about it. I believe this is happening because your dreaming mind is sending you an important message, such an important message in your dream that your dream is actually waking you up. Write down whatever images come to you in the early hours of the morning. In monasteries, the early hours in the morning, when the world is quiet, are a call to prayer. And many ideas that have changed the world for the better have been created in those early sacred hours of the morning. So perhaps the ideas and dream symbols you recall then, when you wake in those early hours, are going to change your life for the better. Okay, here are some common dreams, and you can find them interpreted along with many other common but uncommon dreams, because what dream is common? They're all uncommon. In my beautiful Dream Decoder pack, which offers an artistic introduction to the weird but wonderful world of your dreams. There's text by me on one side and dreamy images from talented artist Harriet Lee Merriam on the other. It's a beautiful pack. It really is beautiful. And I'm going to offer you a glimpse of some of the cards as I interpret the dreams, the common dreams. So common lockdown dreams, but also dreams that you are going to have at some point in your life anyway. The first one, death and dying. Here's an image. You see it okay? Now, if you dream of someone you love dying or yourself dying, this is linked to your waking knowledge that many people right now are dying or have died. It is not a premonition. It is not a prediction that your loved ones are going to die. The virus is simply making you contemplate your mortality and what really matters in this life. If you have lost a loved one, your dreaming mind may also be pulling you back to that pain. If you have not suffered a bereavement, death dreams wake you up to the fact that none of us live forever. You see, death dreams also suggest endings, but with every ending, there is always a new beginning. So dreaming of dying could also indicate the death of our old way of life and your unconscious acceptance of that, because we all sense that our pre-virus and post-life viruses are going to be very, very different. Dreams in which you wake up crying because you dream someone has died can be cathartic too, helping you work through grief towards accepting the loss of a loved one if you are grieving the loss of a loved one. Indeed, dreaming of a departed loved one has been shown to help the grieving process in up to 90% of those who have lost loved ones. So dreaming of a loved one, meeting them in your dreams is very healing and cathartic. If, however, you were grieving in your dream for someone who is still alive, have you neglected your responsibilities to that person, or is your dreaming mind using their death as a symbol of something that needs to end or shift in that relationship with that person? Some questions to ponder. What is it about you or your life that the deceased person in your dream could represent? Or could this person represent a quality that has departed from your life or which needs to depart from your life? And if it's during the lockdown, perhaps this person could represent fun or relaxation. Bear in mind that dreams of being bereaved also bring up issues of loneliness, and we're all probably feeling that right now. So your dream is trying to help you come to terms with that. So death and dying dreams are one of the most common dreams of all throughout your life anyway, especially right now during the lockdown. Another dream I've had a lot of messages about is being chased. In this virus times, chasing dreams are related to a fear of contamination. And the way we respond to anxiety in life is typically manifested running away, being chased by something that we can't quite see. Chase dreams may represent your way of coping with fears or stress. Instead of confronting the situation, you are running away and avoiding it. Ask yourself if you wake up from that dream, who is chasing you? Do you know? And you may gain some insight into the source of your fears. On the other hand, your pursuer may represent a part of you. Your own feelings of anger, jealousy, fear can assume the appearance of a threatening figure. You may be projecting those feelings onto the unknown chaser, and your dream is calling your attention to some self-destructive actions. Another very common dream, pre-virus and during the virus, is dreaming of animals. Animals in dreams. Hiding from or being trapped by animals can suggest you are feeling controlled or threatened by your urges or the feelings of others. If the animal is watching you, your unconscious is reminding you not to neglect the instincts it represents. You see, animals in dreams are pure instinct, your instincts. Another common dream is illness or disease. This, if you're having these kind of dreams now, it's clearly a symbolic representation of your anxiety of contracting the virus. The dream illness can sometimes feel so real that you may wake up experiencing symptoms. I actually had an email this morning from someone who woke up gasping for air, even though they weren't, they didn't have COVID. Dreams that feature disease as a theme tend to relate also to discomfort or uncertainty in your waking life, and we are all subject to that now. And your dreaming mind, by sending you these images, is trying to help you work through all that safely in the dream environment. Trapped. Who hasn't had a dream of feeling trapped or suffocated? These kind of dreams relate to your feelings concerning separation and attachment, and as such point to experiences of childhood. Such dreams often occur at times of change, such as leaving home, getting married, or at times of illness and death or uncertainty, as we have right now. Dreams of being trapped can also tell of fears of being overwhelmed or dominated by a powerful figure in your life, who is likely to be a family figure. In dreams, lack of air can relate to tension or being suffocated in a relationship or situation too. Remember, you've got to bring your own personal experience into the scenario. These are kind of universal interpretations I'm giving. Accidents and disasters. I actually had that this morning. I fell down the stairs in my dream. So I hope that wasn't precognitive. Anyway, dreaming about any kind of accident suggests the need to be extra vigilant. We're all required to do that right now. So your dreaming mind is just encouraging you to be mindful when you go out in society and interact with others, you know, the social distancing and everything. A plane or train crash dream is typically provoked by worries of a project or a business collapsing in the material world, not being able to pay your bills. Meanwhile, a dream of a car crash represents tensions about your efforts to achieve your personal goals, because a car is a very personal way of traveling. It's you in the car on your own. You could be driving yourself too hard, or perhaps you are too eager to get ahead. Now, dreams of natural disasters, volcanoes, tsunamis, etc., symbolize the feeling that your life is a bit out of control. I guess it's quite natural if you're having those dreams right now, because we all feel a bit on shaky ground. Dreams involving earthquakes and volcano eruptions can be extremely detailed, intense, and vivid, sometimes bordering over into nightmare scenarios, and you can wake up terrified. Please understand that your dreams are trying not to scare you. They're just trying to help you get rid of emotions bubbling inside you in a safe way, rather than taking it out on people you love or care about, or self-destructive behavior. Drowning. If you are drowning, this suggests, is that the right way up? I hope so. You are letting yourself be submerged by fear or anxiety about the virus, when there are ways to keep your head above water if you follow the guidelines and take care of yourself and others. Your dreaming mind is encouraging you to learn how to manage your emotions better. Anytime water appears in your dreams, it's a symbol of emotions. I'm just going to whip through a couple more very common dreams, because I hope this will answer some of your questions too. Nudity. Dreams of finding yourself naked in a public place. Dreaming you are naked during a Zoom meeting, which I've had a lot of people emailing about, reflects the fact that many of us are now video conferencing from home, and it's very exposing. We feel vulnerable, because nude themes in dream is all about feeling vulnerable, or maybe the need to cover up your honesty, your emotions. It's about vulnerability. Sex dreams. Yes, we're having a lot of those right now. Under normal circumstances, dreaming about sex or having an affair or similar does not mean you or your partner is cheating or even wants to cheat. It suggests that there is some aspect of the person's life or personality you are having sex with in your dream that you need to develop within yourself. However, during the lockdown, sex dreams simply express your longing for more adventure or to break out of the restrictions. Being late, I've got two more interpretations. Being late, rushing for a train, is a sign you are anxious about something or someone, or missing out on something important. Dreams where you anxiously check your watch too, but still miss the bus or train, may warn you that you are exhausted, especially true if you are too tired to get where you needed to be. Missing any kind of travel connection may suggest you feel others are leaving you lagging behind too. Then finally, the last card I'm going to highlight is an out-of-control car. Dreams of an out-of-control car suggest you have no control over the current situation. And of course, that's true. Remember, although you have no control over the lockdown or what's happening in the world right now, you do have control over how you choose to react to it. I really urge you to get into the driver's seat, to try and return to a dream like that and get into the driver's seat of your life. Or if you are the driver and not the passenger in your dream, to drive more skillfully and take charge of your thoughts, feelings, and reactions to the lockdown. There are ways to take charge of your dreams, and that's a technique called lucid dreaming. And if you thought interpreting your dreams is exciting, that's a whole other level of night vision. Don't get me started. I wish I had time to cover that here. I've just given you the tip of the iceberg here, and I truly wish we had all day, but it's over to you now, as I'm sure there are questions flying. And that's what I love about dreaming. Even the most skeptical and logical people still want their dreams interpreted. And what they don't realize is that dreams are the entry point to another world, an invisible world of spirit, where you suspend disbelief, your emotions set and direct the scene, and where your creativity can transcend space and time, and you can merge with eternity. Okay, questions, please.
Our first question is, can others send messages to you in your dreams?
Absolutely, and I've written about that. Yes, you can. It's called a technique called shared dreaming. It typically happens, though, when people have very, very close personal bond, and there's studies on twins, for example, having shared dreams. Lovers, people who are very intimately connected. It is possible. I've only had it happen once in my life, and it was quite incredible. that I came down the next morning and the person had had exactly the same dream as me, and I had been there and we'd had the same conversation. And that person at the time was someone that I was working very, very close with on a dream project. So yes, you can, but first of all, it takes a lot of love and dedication to the person you want to have shared dreamings with. It also takes a lot of love and dedication for dreams. Dream research is something that you need to kind of immerse yourself and lose yourself into. Because as I said, the more you start thinking and interpreting your dreams, the more dreams you have. When I go to bed at night now, I am crowded with dreams, but years ago, before I did all this research, it was just the odd striking dream. But right now, I'm flooded with dreams, and I'm actually doing something now, which is quite unusual, is I'm kind of a dream oracle, in that people will ask me to dream for them to see if I can come up with a solution to a problem that they have. You can dream on it as well. You can ask your dreaming mind to answer a question in your dream, to send you symbols that can help you.
Our next question is, I have had many predictive dreams in the past. How can I tell when I'm having a predictive dream or a normal everyday dream?
Oh, I wish we had more time, because I was privileged to co-author a book with neuroscientist Dr. Julia Mossbridge a couple of years ago called The Premonition Code. And that book actually led to me appearing on Russell Brand Under the Skin, episode 71, if you want to hear me talk about it. Precognitive dreams do happen. They are rare, but they do happen, and there is research out there to show that they happen. You know when you've had a precognitive dream, you can only actually know a few days afterwards. That's why I tell everyone to write down their dreams, because there's no point coming with hindsight. You need to write them down clearly with a date and time to prove that the dream was precognitive. And the more you work with your dreams, the more you will find that certain situations and scenarios will play out in your waking life a few days later. And if you want to find out about that, check out my website, www.thempremonitioncode.com, where we talk about the scientifically researched phenomenon of precognitive dreams. Please do not panic, though. I'm very conscious when I talk about precognitive dreaming, because someone will say, well, I dreamt my daughter was involved in a car accident last night. I'm terrified it will play out. In 99.9% of cases, that is not going to happen. Dreams speak to us through symbols, and they sometimes use alarming symbols, everyone, because you're not paying attention, and they want to use that dramatic imagery, because you're going to remember a dream like that. It's going to upset you, and it's going to make you look at the relationship with the person who was in the dream and analyze it. So don't panic, but there are certain dreams, and you can tell when they are precognitive, because they tend to be more logical. They tend to have a beginning and a middle and an end. And most of our dreams are a bit like, you know, music videos. They're like random images that happen. But precognitive dreams tend to have a very realistic feel. I call them night visions. I don't actually call them dreams. They have a very realistic feel with a beginning and a middle and an end and a clear narrative. And also visitations from departed loved ones. Meeting people who are departed in your dreams also fall into that category of night visions, where people meet departed loved ones in their dreams. I had that happen to me 20 years ago. I met my departed mother in my dream, and it was incredibly healing. It helped me in a way that no amount of grief therapy could, because I felt like we were meeting in some invisible dimension.
I dreamt my head was stuck to a pillow, almost like chewing gum, and it woke me up. And I still thought my head was stuck. Any ideas on this dream, please?
That goes to the suffocating thing. Your head is a symbol of logic and order. And right now, logic is out of the window. We don't know where we are. I think that's very symbolic representation of the confusion. The fact that everything's turned around on its head, really. We don't know where we are. And you are perhaps somebody who wants to find order and something rational in your life, and you're frustrated because every time you maybe try and get some order and think, oh, I'm getting back to how it was, it's back to square one. You feel stuck, and chewing gum sort of like weighing you down. It's like wading through mud. The fact that logic and order right now seems to have gone right out of the window, and I think your dreaming mind is symbolically enacting that for you.
I'm a very anxious person, but working on self-healing. In my dreams, I'm very confident and friendly. I like the way I am. What does that mean?
That's exciting. You're an amazing spirit. What you are is a sensitive soul. Sensitive souls are people who are very empathetic, intuitive, and compassionate. And sadly, in today's world, they have been marginalized as never before. And perhaps one good thing that's coming out of the pandemic is people who have this instinct towards kindness, towards intuition, towards believing that there's more to this life, that love is what matters, believing there's more to this life, to the material. They are now coming forward and being applauded. Most health workers are empathetic, kind, generous souls, and they are being applauded, not celebrities or the material world. At the moment, we're not that interested in the material world. What we are interested in is the qualities of people. So I'm saying to you right now, this is your moment to stop seeing your sensitivity and your kindness, your compassion, and your intuition and your empathy as a weakness. Please, your dreams is trying to tell you, you are the strength. People like you are the light right now that can help and heal the world. The narcissists, the materialists have had their say, and look at where the world is now. People who believe in the internal power of feelings, emotions, intuition, thoughts and feelings, and the possibility that there is more to this life. Look, we don't know why we're here. Perhaps there is life after this. Perhaps there is another realm. People who believe, but basically believe in the eternal power of love, and that that's what matters most, and kindness and compassion. It's your time to shine now. Your beautiful dreams are showing you that you need to love who you are, because there is a lot to love. Your dreams are reflecting that beautiful part of you. Let it shine. Oh, I'm getting poetic this year.
How does deja vu work? Is it a dream coming back?
Deja vu, it means I've been here before. Yes, that's a kind of precognition. And again, in the premonition code, I cover that. Also in the dream decoder, there's a card about that. Yes, it is. It's a kind of precognition. What your dream is showing, the reason our dreams do that, we've all had it. We're suddenly in a restaurant or having a conversation and think, I've been here before. You have in your dreams. I'll tell you why your dream's doing that. It's trying to remind you there is more to this life than meets the eye. Don't get your identity from stuff, the material, the here and now. There's more to this life. And it's basically your dreaming mind in the only way it can do without alarming you, gently trying to say to you, look, focus on your personal growth. Focus on the power of the invisible and unseen, because that's where your true fulfillment and your meaning can be found. And deja vu dreams, like waking up between 3 and 5 a.m., are a wake-up call from your unconscious. It's time to get to work on finding out what really matters in this life. Dreams focus on what really matters, the eternal part of you.
I always dream about helping other creatures, not human, because they've asked me to. Does this have an interpretation, or is it another level of dream?
It is another level of dream. And again, I suspect you're a very spiritual soul who's tuned into that. It's called, in my books, my dream books, I call it a category of sleep workers. Now, if you're an intuitive, compassionate, kind person in your life, if you believe that in the land of dreams you go into another world, you're not going to stop being that in the land of dreams. You're going to work in your dreams. And I have had incredible stories sent to me of people, and this is true, who have been at the scene of accidents, helping people cross over to the other side. And then they go and check. They didn't know this accident happened. And then they go and check. And yes, there was an accident, exactly how that dream happened. And they record being there to hold the hand in spirit of a person who's passing over or crossing over to the other side, or simply to send love and healing. I believe that if you wake up, if you sometimes wake up in the morning feeling exhausted and you think, look, I've had my 8 hours, I'm so tired. What have I been doing in your sleep? I think your spirit, your unconscious, has been very, very busy in your dreams, helping and healing. I truly believe that.
And a final question. Do dream captures help with making dreams better? Would you advise using them?
I love dream catchers. I love all this. And yes, there is a power attached to them, but the power is, as in all these things, the power is in your belief. If you believe they're going to help you have sweet dreams, yes, they will work. It's about the belief. But, you know, just hanging them up and contemplating them before you go to bed. They are beautiful. Get a really beautiful one. Just contemplating that spiritual image, because they're very spiritual images and symbols, dream catchers. Just spending time contemplating that, there's huge power in that, because as you go to sleep and dream, the images that you have will sorry, I'm getting a message here. What does it tell me? Sorry. Is it, sorry, tell me, sorry. Yes, dream catchers do have power, but a lot of the power is to do with your belief and your associations that you have with them. Huh? I can't read, sorry. I'm going to pass back to Jyoti now. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope that you have wonderful dreams tonight.
That was amazing. Thank you so much, Teresa. That was so interesting. And thank you to everyone for joining in at home and all your questions. Dream Decoder 60 Cards to Unlock Your Unconscious is available now at anthropologie.com. And we'll be emailing after the event with any additional links and details from today and details for Teresa's website and Instagram, etc. So thank you for joining. We've got lots of events coming up in June. If you'd like to come to any more events, details of those are on our website. And we'll see you then. Thanks again. Bye-bye.